Happy volcano. Playdigious. More names, including the Netherlands Dutch Foundation for Literature. I don't know why I'm just sitting here reading these out. Hey guys, we're playing The Almost Gone, or trying it anyway, today. Click. Headphones recommended, evidently. This game contains... Oh, it's not a seizure thing, it's a mature topics. So it's a content warning. I'm so used to them being seizure warnings. Am I awake? Doesn't feel like it, but it certainly doesn't feel like being asleep. I can't be the only one that looks at this and immediately thinks of the game Kind Words. With its little isometric-ish angle of like a pink room with the walls cut out and all that. Act 1, the house. A moment after. Please let this be a dream. Looks really old, this box. Like a tiny treasure chest. The handle's missing. So we need to find the handle, I guess. We can rotate the room. Okay, found it. But where's all my stuff? Come to the treehouse. You'll be safe there. We have a message. Is it this? That's the same message right there that I just read. Just for separate. Is that all we do in that particular room? Maybe. Once I nagged them both for a pet, it was a no. But she gave me this cactus. Her kind of humor. It always freaks me out seeing myself just after waking up. Why? What's up with that? Whoa. So typical of my father. I say one thing about stars and he fills half my room with zodiac sign stuff. I hear something rattling inside when I turn it around. Ooh. There's totally something in here then, huh? Click. Click. Okay, so there's a 3-part combination involving zodiac signs. Keep an eye out for that. Sometimes I like a poster better on the floor, like a cool little carpet. But I lost that years ago. Mom must have kept it. His fur feels weird. Feels fake. Like a recreation of a distant memory. Ah, things I'm finding are staying on the screen. As if to imply that those are the things you can specifically do something with, I guess? I believe I've spent half my life sitting in that chair. Yes, the chair doesn't stick around. Empty books. Whoever thought of this is just plain lazy. Empty books? Why? I think this one's got an outline around it that's pulsing because you can do stuff with it. I can't look at the dollhouse. There's a notebook. I memorized all the zodiac signs to recite during our camping trips. Which one, though? Maybe that's all we have for now here. A draft of this house, as my father would draw it. He's always much more rigid, much more technical. During our camping trips, my dad would always point to those stars, telling me that they would lead home. We have our first zodiac sign. There's like giant branches in here. Even in a dream, I wouldn't believe it, and yet I can see it and touch it. All fairy tales, and all of them with the same lie at the end. Happily ever after. On our camping trips, I had to name all the zodiac signs. Sometimes he asked me to rename them, but I never found a better name for any of them. Rename them? Okay, so now when I hear one of these mentioned by name... So we found Virgo earlier, and now if I hear about one in a different context, I can find its name to figure out what it looks like if you don't have them memorized, which I don't. Mom always ironed my clothes for too long until they felt like prison outfits. Every day I tossed my clothes on the floor, and every day she would put them back in the closet. This book came with a telescope, but I didn't want to learn. I just wanted to look. My father gave me that telescope so I'd feel small compared to the universe. I bet it's pointing at something right now. What, can I not look at it? I thought the glowing meant that it was something you could look into. The eyepiece is missing. The dialogue didn't quite work the first time around. Alright, let's try this place out better. Where's all my stuff? My father put that up there so I would dream of becoming an architect one day. I didn't like it, but I couldn't tell him that. Didn't I already look at this? Have we? Glued together. Fake. Like everything else in this place. That rules out my mother. She loved books too much for that. Just empty pages, like some kind of prop in a movie. It's like we seem to be aware that we're in some kind of prison or something. It's eerie. My father once told me I scattered clothes as if they were flower petals. He thought everything about me was cute, or so he used to. So little light, but so much heat, like it's going to explode at any second. Empty, and I can't remember which picture should go in it. This is trippy. I assume we're in some kind of like mind palace, like it's a memory. I was going to try to see if I could make the thing work. Are we in a coma? Because it's called the Almost Gone. Anything visible in the reflection? Are the cactus and the bear clues? Like there's Virgo. But only Virgo. There shouldn't be a lock on this door. Why can't I leave? I want to get out of here. I don't care how bad it is out there. And a drawer? Seems like you could just have this be one room and get away with that with the rotating camera. I need the eyepiece. I was trying to remember if there is a bear or cactus zodiac, but I don't think there are. There is like Ursa Major and Ursa Minor or something, which would be bear references, but those aren't zodiacs. I'm fixated on... Oh, this must be a phone game. Look at this hamburger menu up here. No. Nothing on the back. I don't think any of these things have been mentioned besides the picture of Virgo. Come to the treehouse, you'll be safe there. Is there a house that looks like that somewhere on like a wall? I don't think I can go out the windows. That's just rocket ships. That almost looks like the treehouse. That's a house above a tree. There's these weird trees just sticking out. We don't have a lot going on with, yeah, like, building, like drawings of buildings and whatnot. I can check out the backside of some of these things. Just holding down like Shift or Alt or something, highlight. No. Sometimes there's buttons that highlight things that you can interact with. What? Oh shit, there's the eyepiece. It's right click that brings it up. That was just invisible, that wasn't very helpful. A perfect night to look at the stars, not a cloud in sight. That's Leo, I think. That's the treehouse my father wanted to build one day. It'd be our secret place. He promised. He was so much better at promising than building. Oh, because he designed houses. Building's hard. Can I click on Leo? No. I guess it turns into an eyeball whenever this thing's actually clickable. It's a little subtle, so I wasn't noticing. Okay, so we're 2/3 of the way there. We have Leo and Virgo. I need a reason to suspect something else. So far, they're not very puzzly. Like, it just straight up shows me... It just straight up shows me one of the... Is it a swan? Or a goose? Or a duck? They always say, didn't I already look at this? But have I looked in this box yet? It won't let me look in it closer. So far, they explicitly just show me a constellation. So whatever I'm missing is like just a picture of that. And I can try to just pick in the two that I know. Oh, it's just those two. It seemed to quit on me when I picked 3 of them before. I've got a key. Got turned around. Should be over here. It's disorienting a little bit. You have to hold down right click to make the inventory pop up. I don't know if it's going to get really big at some point or what, because it feels like it could just stay there. I lost track of it because I couldn't see it. Empty boxes. Maybe to move all the stuff from my real room to this fake one. All my father's projects got rejected. Impossible to build, they said, although every detail was worked out perfectly. He designs impossible rooms. A moving box? Who was thinking of leaving? Or do they move loads of stuff over here? I hear shards of voices in the wind, fragments of all the fights in this house. My parents' room. Locked. Somebody else in there. Or something. What the hell? Is that coming out of the toilet? It doesn't move like a liquid, it's too slow. There's viscous liquids. Okay, the duck room's off limits, y'all. We're not going back in there. Oop, that's where I came from. Yeah. Sometimes they would get really angry with me if I came down during the night. Shouting at me was about the only thing they still did together. Jeez. Brutal. Every box has my name on it. Now I'm sure everything here is done to deceive me. Half the books are gone. His, it seems. Also, I don't think I was supposed to see this. Wasn't allowed to leave my room. So they had a painful divorce. Almost comforting that everything turns into a forest one day. It sounds like our character had a bad time throughout it. I could always bother him, he said, but I had to show him a drawing as an entrance fee. At some point he wanted her to become something. I don't know why I'm landing on her. Was there implications? Might just be the color scheme, I guess. I don't know. The father was expecting something of our character and kind of had hopes, and it was like there's something charming about that. Some parenting going on there where it's like, okay, you can bug me whenever you want, whenever I'm working, but you gotta draw something. Encouraging creativity. But then that's clashed with the memories of all the yelling. So many deadlines, so many ideas. When he was working, it took him forever to notice me. I loved these moments, being an invisible spectator. How many drafting tables does one guy need in the same house? Nothing times infinity. Did it ever make him sad? Working on these grand buildings and living in one so small? Plans for the treehouse. He cared more about that thing than I did. That looks ridiculously complicated. Why did he never tell me that the treehouse was real and that he'd finally finished it? He actually built it? Dad would never admit it, but he was so proud of his architecture degree. More posters on floors. Empty. It should be full of paperwork. Those are huge. Those kinds of huge drawers are for when you need to store, like, very large unfolded canvases. And like drafting paper and stuff like that. It won't even start. That printer always sounds like an angry animal devouring something. Nope, this door opens. This computer's clearly on. This was her space, her retreat from all the horrors of this world. I wouldn't mind being able to look a little closer at this screen. I feel like there's just so much empty space on the screen that could be better used. Like, you could at least zoom in closer on this. Like a little bit. Mouse wheel doesn't do anything. kind of squinting at a very small detail. His room's got a lot smaller. When I'm eating in the dining room, she always sits here, silently watching over me. Her purse. Why does she always hide her stuff? I knew she felt a bit down, but clinically depressed? Is that why she takes so much medication? When I know why she hid her stuff, she had secrets. Things she didn't want people to know. Whether that's a healthy choice or not. Sometimes she would stop reading halfway, as if she knew the ending would disappoint her anyway. The keys are worn, the letters faded in spots. She spent a lot of time writing. She would sit here for hours writing papers or marking. Since when is everything locked in this house? What are we trying to hide from each other? Looks like a bottle of alcohol, a pill bottle, and... Is that a marker or a pregnancy test? Oh, I can look closer. That looks like a pregnancy test. So I need to find 3 numbers. This logo seems more fitting for a church. Oh yeah, it's just straight up across. I don't think we currently have a ton to go on for those answers. The numbers. Can't look at this little... Yeah. There's a few tiny notes here and there, but we can't look at them. The crumpled paper, I mean. Empty. But at least I don't get hungry. Even though... I can't remember when I last ate something. I know exactly what this plate feels like right now. Oh, here we go. The pills are 50 milligrams. Do not mix with alcohol. She clearly doesn't like to be told what to do. At least one thing we have in common. Ugh. That's a little distressing. Oh, that's the plate they were talking about. I couldn't see it at the angle I clicked at. Did I click on it through the floor? Through the table, I mean? How big is this area? Nope, that's probably the bottle. Ah! Too blunt and too weak to use, like a shit. Like a knife, like a toy knife. Oh my fucking god. I can feel a huge coldness coming from inside the fridge, like a captured snowstorm. Another lock, another secret. Yeah. I guess I have no particular reason to suspect anything. It could be... yeah. It could be basically anything. I was just making sense of patterns. Not that I especially want whatever's in there to come out. I'm not digging this. Is that not the bottle that I'm supposed to look for? Always the same disgusting herbs. The dishes were sometimes left for days. It allowed me to tell how long their fight had been going on. Sometimes she would start cleaning while I was still eating. The strong disinfectant smell would make me sick. She used all kinds of spices in every meal, so they would all taste the same. And he never cooked. So many drawers. That's so off-putting! The art style is so appealing and pleasant, but then there's all the creepy dialogue is making it feel horror-y. There's something dark going on. And then that fucking creeps in. What a neat game. God, games are neat these days. This thing is older than me. The only wedding present that they're both really happy about. When she thought she was alone, she would listen to her favorite records. Only when she thought that she was alone? The letters are unreadable. The sentences in a new, made-up alphabet. So many books, both his and hers, yet I never saw my father read. It's like he just collected them. I take more after her in that. Can I put like a record over there? I have pills and a paper. I wonder if they ever watched their wedding video together. Or did she just watch it alone, as an excuse to drink away the sadness? I hear some whispering coming from the TV, but it's too quiet to understand. Creepy? I don't really want to understand it, to be honest. It's tripping me out that the Blu-ray player is like all the way out here on the coffee table. I guess it's because you could then change stuff without getting up. But the cords are just like sticking out. Still with the imprint of his head. During the day, Mom would lay here. At night, my dad. Did they really think I wouldn't notice? That I'm really that stupid? The vague features of our garden. Or worse, did they stay together just for me? Is it all my fault? Right, so it was... It's like whiskey, pills, pregnancy. I think. Ah! It's really creepy. Really can't pick that up, isn't that it? It fixates on the knife, but like, isn't that the bottle I'm looking for? Why are trees growing through everything? This shouldn't be here. This was the first dance at their wedding. Too cheesy for my taste. Sometimes when she thinks I can't hear it, she listens to this song, very quiet, and on a repeat. Why in secret? Probably, I guess because she's thinking back to their wedding. But they're in a bad place together. That's how I got the drafting room. Yep. So many deadlines, so many ideas. I'm digging this game. Well, I'm not making a ton of progress right now. Look at me smile. I almost believe it myself. The hands keep turning, faster than the shortest second. That's the same goose again. My job was to get the paper every morning, even though they never read it. Just another scheme to send me away. There's a lot in here now. No interest? Outside, there's a darkness which absorbs all light and sound. Damn. Clashes with the tone that we're seeing so far. This feels like some kind of purgatory. I don't know how, but I need to get there. Get to the impossible treehouse. I do wonder if we're in, like, a coma. Reliving unhappy memories. Not allowed to leave the house. A little bit of the others going on. Like we're trapped. I could definitely use a way to get into the parents' room. I'm not going in there, no sane person would. What am I missing? Maybe I haven't been looking at it very well. The imprint of his bottom is still visible. It looks like he was just here and I missed him by a second. It's occurring to me I may be not searching well enough. Oh. I may have not kept my eye out for that weird four-part combo from earlier. The weird combination lock thing. Hart and Johnson, attorneys at law. What? She wanted a divorce? Wanted to take me away? Doesn't my opinion count? Am I just another thing to move around? Yeah, did I get too fixated on other things? Did I not notice? What if I did see the four-part combination for the fridge somewhere? I'm not making much progress here. I haven't found two of the things. It'd be like the proof of the alcohol, the dosage of the pill, and something. I think that the record player and the tape player will both play something if I can find the right video, the right device, the media. Like that, yeah, I guess this is a VHS player. It's a really big opening. I'm making a lot of progress right now. But maybe that'll be up to you guys, because we're about a half an hour in, so maybe I'll take a break here, now that I've looked around and done a lap and everything. So if you guys want to check this game out for yourself and solve the puzzles where I can't, or execute on something you spotted that I haven't done or whatever, or just want to know what happens next and all that, this is the Almost Gone. You can find the link in the description to the Steam page. It might be on other platforms too. It looks like it's... the visuals definitely make me think it's on phones or tablets somewhere. Thank you to the developer for sending me a code so I can preview their game. Thanks for watching like always, guys, and I'll see you next time.